Case 25. The Instagram story timestamps at 11:52 p.m. Madison Taylor's Instagram story went live. A smiling selfie, a TV visible in the background, caption reading "Movie Night." It looked completely normal. But Madison had been dead for 30 minutes. Her boyfriend Ryan Foster had killed her at 11:20 p.m., then used her phone to schedule an Instagram story to post at 11:52 p.m. At that exact moment, he was on the phone with his family, building the perfect alibi. He thought Instagram would prove Madison was alive during his call. But there was something he didn't know. Instagram stories don't lie about timestamps, and he definitely didn't anticipate that the FBI would analyze the movie playing on her TV, frame by frame, proving the story was filmed 30 minutes before it posted. Premeditated murder. Pre-scheduled proof. Welcome to Dark Case Files. I'm David Harrington. Today I'm going to show you how modern technology can create the perfect alibi and completely destroy it. This is the story of everyone who leaves a digital footprint, which means all of us. November 23rd, 2024, Denver, Colorado. Madison Taylor's mother, Sarah, tries calling her daughter at 9:30 a.m. The phone rings, but no answer. Sarah isn't worried. Madison isn't a morning person. She tries again at noon. Still no answer. Now she's starting to worry. Sarah calls Madison's boyfriend, Ryan Foster. "Ryan, have you talked to Madison today?" she asks. Ryan responds in a relaxed voice. "No, I left her place around 9:30 last night. She was going to watch a movie, so I went home. I sent her a few messages this morning, but she hasn't responded. She's probably still sleeping." Sarah feels uneasy. Her daughter always responds to messages. At 2 p.m. she drives to Madison's apartment. She knocks on the door, no answer. She uses her spare key to enter. "Madison? Baby? Are you here?" she calls out. She finds Madison in the living room, on the couch, motionless. Sarah rushes over, shakes her, screams, but Madison doesn't respond. Cold. Sarah dials 911, screaming, "My daughter isn't breathing, please help!" Denver Police Department and paramedics arrive at 2:07 p.m. Medical personnel examine Madison. No pulse, no respiration, body temperature low. Dead probably 12-16 hours ago. Detectives begin examining the scene. Madison has light bruising on her neck. Signs of strangulation. No signs of struggle in the apartment. No signs of forced entry. Valuables untouched. This isn't a random robbery. This is personal. The lead detective finds Madison's phone at the scene. The screen is locked, but notifications are visible. Instagram messages, calls. Last Instagram story. Last night at 11:52 p.m. The detective makes note of this. But the real question is, who would want to hurt Madison? The Denver Police Department begins investigating Madison's circle. Friends, co-workers, family, everyone is shocked. Madison was 28 years old, a digital marketing specialist, social, well-loved, no enemies. But in every homicide case, statistics reveal a truth. 60% of victims are killed by someone they know, and romantic partners lead the list of suspects. Ryan Foster, 31 years old, software engineer. He'd been with Madison for 2 years. The relationship looked perfect on Instagram, restaurants, trips, happy couple photos. But close friends tell police a different story. Madison's best friend says Ryan had gotten a bit controlling the last few months. He was constantly checking Madison's phone, asking who she was talking to. Madison was uncomfortable, but she'd say, "He's just jealous. It's not a big deal." Another friend adds, "Last week Madison told me things with Ryan aren't like they used to be. Maybe we need to take a break." But she hadn't told Ryan yet. Detectives call Ryan in for questioning. November 23rd, 6 p.m. Ryan sits in the Denver Police Department's interrogation room, calm, cooperative, appearing sad. "When was the last time you saw Madison?" the detective asks. Ryan answers, "Last night, November 22nd, we had dinner together, then started watching a movie at her place. But I was tired, so around 9:30, I said I'm going to head out." She said, "Okay, I'll finish the movie." I went home. What did you do then? Got home around 10, took a shower, watched some TV, then my mum called at 11:30. We talked until 12:15, then I went to bed. The detective takes notes. Phone call with your mother, 11:30 to 12:15. Is that correct? Yes, correct. You can check my phone records. Detectives check. Ryan's phone records show. Call started at 11:30:18 p.m., ended at 12:14:52 a.m. 44 minutes 34 seconds. Ryan's mother confirms the phone call. Yes, I called Ryan. We talked. Normal conversation. Family matters. This is a perfect alibi for Ryan. The autopsy report places Madison's time of death between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. Ryan was on the phone from 11:30 to 12:15 with his mother. That's right in the middle of the death window. But wait, there's something. Madison's Instagram story, posted at 11:52 p.m., while Ryan was on the phone. In the story, Madison is smiling. Caption says movie night. If Ryan killed her, how could Madison post to Instagram at 11:52? Detectives see this paradox. Does Ryan look innocent, or is something missing here? At this point, the case comes to our team. Denver police request assistance with digital forensics. I'm David Harrington, and I call in Elena Cortez from our team. Elena specializes in social media investigations. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. If anyone's going to read digital footprints, it's Elena. Elena begins examining Madison's Instagram account. Elena explains, Instagram stories appear to be instant posts, but they actually leave a complex digital trail. Every story has metadata: when it was captured, when it was uploaded, when it was posted, from which device, from which IP address. Elena looks at Madison's 11:52 p.m. story. The image, Madison sitting on the couch, holding her phone in selfie mode, smiling. In the background, the TV is on, playing a movie. Caption, movie night, mudmate to Philly Steve. My plane set pilthing forward the lam odes caput. Movie night pullers background in background a keening may toe. Movie night pullers background a keemed. Pullers backers pullers backdravoth. The TV gives situation, pullers backdravoth of torpe, fipis story ambled piscamal toe. Movie night pullers backdravoth of toe. Movie night pullers backdravoth of toe gay. Movie night pullers backdravoth of toe del give sechech. Be tubacheth made pechuclio, bake on the formal, my kid bapta peeve, my propower, my trendaria, in the sikek, monda thul fives, peak outum forb. Elena says, I'm examining this story's metadata. Through Instagram's API, with a police warrant, she pulls the story's complete information. Post time, 11:52, 17 p.m. Capture time, unknown. Instagram doesn't record this. Device, iPhone 13 Pro, Madison's phone. Location, Denver, CO, Madison's apartment. Elena says, Instagram doesn't record when stories are captured, only when they're posted. But there's a problem here. If the story was posted at 11:52, but Madison was dying at that time, then this story must have been pre-scheduled. I ask, can Instagram stories be pre-scheduled? Elena says yes and no. The official Instagram app doesn't support pre-scheduling stories, but there are third-party apps, Creator Studio, Buffer, Later, that allow you to schedule stories. Or there's a simpler method. Take the story, don't post it. Then at your desired time, open the phone, post the previously captured story. So Ryan could have used Madison's phone to post a previously captured story at 11:52. Absolutely possible, Elena says. But we need to prove it. Elena examines the story image more closely. Madison's face, her hair, her clothes, the TV in the background. Elena zooms in on the screen. A movie scene is playing on the TV. A wedding scene. A dancing couple. People clapping around them. Elena says, if I can identify this movie, maybe I can find when this scene occurs in the film. But this isn't an easy task. There are thousands of romantic films in world cinema, hundreds with wedding scenes. Elena enhances the image resolution, saves the scene as a screenshot, sends it to our team's video forensics expert, Sam Reeves. Sam Reeves is a genius at digital video analysis, identifying film scenes, deepfake detection, video editing forensics. If there's manipulation on a video, Sam finds it. Sam examines the screenshot of the wedding scene. In the background of the scene, a sign is visible, Sophie and Thomas. Sam says, this could be the names of characters in the film. Sam searches film databases, films with Sophie and Thomas characters. A few hours later, Sam finds a match. The Last Waltz, a 2022 romantic drama. Sophie and Thomas are the main characters. Sam watches the film, finds the wedding scene. Sam says, the wedding scene starts at 1 hour, 23 minutes, 45 seconds into the film, 1:23:45, and it lasts about 4 minutes. I say, so if Madison is watching the film from the beginning, the wedding scene should be playing at 1:23:45. So when did Madison start the film? Elena checks Madison's Netflix account, again with a police warrant. Madison's viewing history for November 22nd. 10:03:12 p.m. The Last Waltz. Starting. Tdem 47. The Last Waltz. Paused. Progress. 1:44:26. Elena says Madison started the film at 10:03 p.m. If the 1:23:45 scene is playing, what time would that scene appear on screen? Sam calculates 10:03:12 p.m. start plus 1:23:45 film time, 11:26:57 p.m. Sam says the wedding scene should be playing at 11:26:57 p.m., but the Instagram story was posted at 11:52 p.m. That's a 25-minute difference. Wait, this doesn't make sense. Elena says, but the Netflix data shows Madison paused the film at 11:47:38 p.m. at film time 1:44:26. So Madison watched almost to the end of the film. I ask, so the wedding scene in the Instagram story occurs at 1:23:45, which means this scene should be on screen at 11:26 p.m. But the story was posted at 11:52 p.m. Did Madison take the screenshot at 11:26, then post it at 11:52? Elena shakes her head. No, Instagram stories don't work that way. When you capture a story, it posts instantly. People don't typically take screenshots and post them later. Sam notices something. Wait, he says, let's re-examine the image in the story. Sam analyzes Madison's story frame by frame. Madison's face, phone position, TV screen. Sam zooms in on the TV screen. He captures the exact frame of the wedding scene. Sam finds the same frame in the film. He looks at the film, looks at the story, looks at the film again. This is the exact frame at 1:23:52, he says, the 7th second of the wedding scene. Film time, 1:23:52. Real time, 10:03 plus 1:23:52, 11:26:52 p.m. Elena says, so this story must have been captured at 11:26:52 p.m., but it was posted at 11:52 p.m., 25 minutes, 8 seconds later. I ask, why would there be a 25-minute delay? Elena says, 2 scenarios. 1. Madison captured the story at 11:26 but didn't post it. She saved it as a draft on her phone, then posted it at 11:52. 2. Someone else used Madison's phone to post the previously captured story at 11:52. Sam adds, but scenario 1 doesn't make sense. Why would Madison capture a story and wait 25 minutes? People post stories instantly. Waiting 25 minutes for a movie night story is meaningless. Elena says, scenario 2 is more likely. Someone used Madison's phone. I ask, was the phone locked? Elena examines Madison's iPhone. The phone is locked with Face ID, but after Madison died, Face ID won't work. It detects eye movement. But could someone hold Madison's face up to the phone? No, because Face ID now uses attention awareness. A dead face can't unlock the phone. But there's a passcode. Who could know Madison's passcode? Elena asks Madison's friends. One friend says Madison had told Ryan her passcode. Once she said, "My phone is ringing, but my hands are wet. Can Ryan answer it?" Ryan knew the passcode, so Ryan could access Madison's phone with the passcode. Elena formulates a hypothesis. 1. Ryan kills Madison around 11:20 p.m. according to autopsy estimate. 2. Ryan takes Madison's phone, opens it with passcode. 3. Madison had previously captured around 11:26 a selfie for movie night story but didn't post it, or captured and deleted it. It's still in the phone's photo library. Ryan finds that photo, posts it as an Instagram story at 11:52 p.m. 5. Why 11:52? Because at that time Ryan is on the phone with his mother. 11:30, 12:15. To build an alibi, he needs to prove Madison appears alive and active at that time. But to prove this hypothesis, we need more evidence. Elena subjects Madison's iPhone to deep forensics. iPhones record detailed metadata for photos and videos. Every photo has capture time, modification time, last access time. Elena finds that selfie in Madison's photo library. Metadata, capture time, November 20th, 11:26, 48 p.m. Upload to Instagram time, November 27th, 11:52, 17 p.m. Modifications, none, so the photo was captured at 11:26, 48 p.m. Uploaded to Instagram at 11:52, 17 p.m. 25 minutes, 29 seconds later. But who uploaded it? Madison or Ryan? Elena examines iPhone usage logs. Apple records screen time and usage data on iOS devices. Elena looks at Madison's phone usage logs for the evening of November 22nd. 10:22 p.m. Camera app opened. Photo captures. 11:26:52 p.m. Photos app opened. 11:27:15 p.m. Instagram app opened. 11:27:30 p.m. Instagram app closed. Story not posted. 11:52:17 out. Instagram app opened to 52:35 p.m. Instagram app closed. Story posted. Elena says Madison opened Instagram at 11:27 but didn't post the story. Maybe she changed her mind. No, this photo isn't good, she thought. Didn't post it. Then at 11:52 the phone was opened again. Instagram opened. Story posted. But Madison was dead at that time. I ask, who opened the phone at 11:52? Elena looks at the iPhone's detailed sensor logs. iPhones record every touch, every movement, every Face ID attempt at 11:52, 12 p.m. Passcode entered. Successful. 11:52, 14 p.m. Instagram app opened. Done 52, 11:52, 35 p.m. Phone locked. No Face ID attempt. Only passcode. So someone, not Madison, opened the phone using the passcode. But this doesn't prove it was Ryan. Theoretically, anyone who knows the passcode could open it. But there's something more. iPhones record every passcode entry, correct and incorrect attempts. Elena looks at the passcode history. 11:52, 12 p.m. Passcode entered. Correct. First attempt. Ryan knew the passcode. Got it right on the first try. If Madison hadn't shared her passcode with anyone else, this points to Ryan. But it's still not definitive proof. In court, a lawyer could say the passcode could have been leaked. I ask Sam, is there more forensic evidence? Sam analyzes phone usage patterns. iPhones record user touch speed, typing speed, app usage patterns. Sam creates Madison's normal phone usage profile. Madison's average typing speed, 45 words est minute. Screen touch pattern. Right thumb dominant. Uses right hand. App opening speed. Medium fast. Sam analyzes the phone usage at 11:52. Passcode entry. Very fast, 1.2 seconds. Madison's average is 2.1 seconds. Instagram navigation. Left thumb dominant. Madison uses right. Story posting. Direct. No hesitation. Sam says, this usage profile doesn't match Madison's. Someone else used the phone. Now we have a strong forensic case. 1. Madison's time of death. 11 p.m. 1 a.m. Probably around 11:20. 2. Instagram story capture time. 11:26:48 p.m. 3. Instagram story post time. 11:52:17 p.m. 4. Ryan's phone alibi. 11:30 p.m. 12:15 a.m. Talking with mother. Madison's phone opened with passcode at 1. Madison was dead. While Madison was dead. 6. Phone usage profile doesn't belong to Madison's. Elena and Sam present their reports to me. I share them with Denver police. Detectives call Ryan in for questioning again. November 24th, 2 p.m. Ryan is in the interrogation room. More tense this time. The detective says, "Ryan, let's talk about Madison's Instagram story." Ryan says, "What about it?" "Madison posted a story at 11:52 while I was on the phone." Detective says, "Yes, exactly that. Madison posted a story at 11:52, but Madison was dead at that time, so someone used her phone to post that story." Ryan says, "Maybe Madison pre-scheduled it. Instagram has a pre-scheduling feature." Detective says, "No, the Instagram app doesn't have that, and our forensic analysis shows that photo was captured at 11:26. The movie scene playing on the TV proves it, not at 11:52. Ryan goes quiet. The detective continues. "The film is The Last Waltz. Madison started the film at 10:03 p.m. The wedding scene in the story occurs at 1:23:52 in the film. In real time, that's 11:26:52 p.m. But the story was posted at 11:52 p.m., 25 minutes later. Madison captured that photo at 11:26 but didn't post it. Then someone like you opened her phone at 11:52 and posted that story. Why? Because you were on the phone with your mother at that time. You wanted to show Madison was alive and active." Ryan says, "This is ridiculous. I didn't touch Madison's phone." Detective says, "You knew her passcode." Ryan says, "Yes, I knew it, but I didn't use it." Detective says, "iPhone usage logs show the phone was opened with passcode at 11:52, and the usage profile doesn't match Madison's. Did you open it?" Ryan says, "I want a lawyer." This is a classic sign. But we continue. The Denver District Attorney files charges against Ryan Foster. Charge: first-degree murder, premeditated. Evidence: 1. Autopsy. Madison was strangled to death. Time of death 11 p.m. 1 a.m. N. 1 p.a. True. Relationship history: Ryan was controlling. Madison was considering breaking up. Ryan's last sighting: left Madison's apartment at 9:30 p.m. His own statement: Instagram story forensics. Story captured at 11:26, posted at 11:52, while Madison was dead. iPhone usage analysis: opened with passcode at 11:52, usage profile not Madison's. SIPs: film timestamp analysis. TV scene proves story was captured at 11:26. Motive: Madison was considering breaking up. Ryan may have learned this, but Ryan's defense is strong. "I was on the phone from 11:30 p.m. to 12:15 a.m. My mother confirms it. Phone records confirm it. I couldn't have been at Madison's place." The prosecution presents an alternative timeline. 11:20, 11:25 p.m. Ryan kills Madison. 11:26 p.m. Madison's previously captured selfie is on her phone. Ryan knows this. 11:28 p.m. Ryan leaves Madison's apartment. 11:30 p.m. Ryan starts phone call with mother to build alibi. 11:52 p.m. Ryan, still on phone, in car or at home, remotely accesses Madison's phone and posts the story. But wait, how could Ryan access remotely? Elena finds a possibility. iCloud. If Madison's iCloud account was logged in on Ryan's computer, Ryan could access Instagram via web. But Instagram web doesn't allow story uploads. Another possibility: Ryan stole Madison's phone, took it when he left her apartment, then opened it at 11:52 and posted the story. Police search Ryan's car and home. Madison's iPhone isn't found. Because Ryan, after killing Madison, left the phone next to her body to make it look like Madison died there. But at 11:52, could Ryan have returned to Madison's apartment? No, because he was on the phone with his mother at that time. Elena finds another possibility. Ryan used automation to post the Instagram story. First he prepared the story, then used a script or app to post it on schedule, but technical forensics don't support this. Instagram API restricts third-party story posting. The jury is confused. The forensic evidence is strong, but Ryan's alibi is also strong. At trial, the prosecution makes a final move. They examine Ryan's phone GPS history. Ryan's iPhone GPS log. Google Maps timeline. 10 p.m. Ryan's home. 11:30 p.m. Ryan's home. Phone call starts 11:47, 11:56 p.m. Movement near Ryan's home. Got in car. Pavel in Ebik. In front of Madison's apartment. 12:05 a.m. Ryan's home. Ryan went to Madison's apartment between 11:47 p.m. and 12:05 a.m. The phone call was still ongoing until 12:15 a.m. Ryan was driving while talking to his mother. Prosecution says Ryan started talking to his mother at 11:30, but at 11:47 he got in his car, went to Madison's apartment, arrived at 12 a.m. Why? Because he needed to go back to open Madison's phone and post the Instagram story at 11:52. He went to Madison's apartment while on the phone with his mother, opened the phone, posted the story, then left again. Ryan's lawyer says this is speculation, not definitive proof. But the jury is putting the puzzle pieces together. Madison was killed around 11:20. Ryan started alibi phone call at 1. Madison's phone was opened at 11:52, while Madison was dead. Ryan's GPS shows him at Madison's apartment at 12 a.m. during phone call. Film timestamp proves story was captured at 11:26. Story posted at 11:52. Usage profile doesn't belong to Madison. January 9, 2025. The jury announces its verdict. First-degree murder. Guilty. The judge sentences Ryan Foster to life in prison without possibility of parole. Ryan appeals. His lawyer argues, Instagram timestamped analysis is speculative. GPS data doesn't prove Ryan was inside Madison's apartment, only nearby. But the appeals court upholds the decision. The presiding judge states, forensic digital evidence demonstrates beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant manipulated the victim's phone after her death. Instagram story timestamp analysis is an accepted method of modern digital forensics. The verdict stands. Ryan Foster is currently in a Colorado state prison. Life sentence. Madison Taylor's family found justice, but Madison isn't coming back. What does this case teach us? First, digital footprints never disappear. Ryan thought he'd created the perfect alibi. By talking on the phone with his family, he showed himself as being away from Madison, but at the same time, he tried to use Instagram stories to show Madison was alive. The overly clever plan led to his own downfall. Second, metadata doesn't lie. Ryan can deceive people. His mother, the police, even the jury might doubt. But Instagram's metadata, iPhone usage logs, GPS timestamps, these are objective. These tell the truth. Third, modern forensics isn't just DNA and fingerprints anymore. Now it includes film timestamp analysis, phone usage profiles, social media metadata examination. Every app, every device, every click leaves a trace, and these traces are critical for justice. Madison Taylor's Instagram story convicted the man who killed her. Premeditated murder. Pre-scheduled proof. This is Madison's story. But it's also all of our story, because every one of us, every day, leaves digital traces, and sometimes those traces can save our lives or expose our killer. From Dark Case Files, I'm David Harrington. See you in the next case.